Hi, I'm Nancy Masson. I teach music at St. Jerome Classical School. To the students, I'm Mrs. Masson. I'd like to talk to you about music class, how I teach, my expectations, and things like that. I started teaching in the classroom in Catholic schools in 1993. That's 27 years, so I've been teaching a long time. I also am a performer. I play piano, I sing, I play guitar, and I have a passion for music. It is what means everything to me, and I love sharing that with the students that I teach. I want to instill love of music. I want the students to leave the classroom knowing something that they didn't know when they first came in. I want them to get a deeper appreciation for music, for the styles of music, for how important it is culturally, and how it's everywhere in their lives, and how it can really lift you up. I find my joys in teaching when I see the students understand my passion and latch on to that and start to feel it too. That means a lot to me. Behavior expectations in my music classroom have to do with how the students behave towards each other as well as how they behave in regards to what I'm trying to teach. I teach preschool through 8th grade, primarily kindergarten through 8th grade, but I do work with the preschool around concert times. For the younger children, it is important for me to understand that they have a lot of excitement when they're doing their music, and I'm not real strict when they're dancing around or moving to the music or singing along or blurting out. That is not a problem. I just do want them to listen when it's time to listen, and I want them to leave, like I said before, knowing something that they didn't know when they first came in. Older students have to be respectful towards each other, no put downs. I want the students to do their best. I want them to feel safe to try to do their best. I don't want any student feeling embarrassed or uncomfortable trying to sing something or play something they have done before, because I will support them and I want the students to support each other. When behavior issues become problematic, or if a student is checking out, not doing what they're supposed to do, we have a talk. I let the parents know. There's a lot of communication at St. Jerome Classical School among teachers, parents, and the principal. So things get addressed before they become a pattern. The things that I teach in the classroom, my curriculum covers everything from all of the fundamentals of music as well as performance skills. The fundamentals include instruments in the orchestra. Fundamentals include reading notes on the staff, the history of music, different musical symbols, styles of music, things like time signatures and what makes music different as far as the genre, as far as where it fits into everyday life. I'm very interested in making sure that the students understand that music is wherever you go, and what you hear in a store being played in the background is music, and what you hear at a sporting event is music, and it's everywhere, and to understand what makes it work. So as far as the fundamentals, they learn the backbone of what goes on behind what they're hearing in music. And the performance skills part, I expect the students to do their best. I don't expect them to sing beautifully or even feel comfortable doing it, but I do try to teach confidence and proper stage direction with regards to performance and in areas of concerts. Regarding homework, the students will be happy to know that I do not have homework. I don't assign homework in music. The only time students have anything to do outside of the classroom that isn't completed in the classroom is when the 5th graders do their music projects, and they have a lot of time to complete them. It is a situation where we create a big music collage of their favorite artist, instrument, singer, whatever it is that means something to them. They do a little presentation. It's a lot of fun. It's not a stressful thing at all, but that's the only homework that ever is assigned during the school year. So no homework in the music classroom. Grading is based on, number one, contributions in class, really primarily kindergarten through third grade. Fourth through eighth does have written work, which does get graded, and the grade is computed on a software program that the school uses. So if there's written work and there's a quiz or something like that, 8 out of 10 would be a graded assignment. But overall effort is huge in the music classroom. Participation, if the student is doing their best and joining in and contributing in class, that's a big part of their overall grade. And I like to go on a 5-point a day kind of a model where they walk in and they have their 5 points and they can leave with their 5 points. They did their best, they contributed, we got through what we wanted to get through, and they were a part of that. If a student decides that they're not going to stay on task, or sometimes they're just having some problems that's going on outside of music and they're not willing to participate or to stay on task or to follow directions, they might be bumped down to a 4 or 3. And I keep that in my grade book as overall participation and contribution, but it's really easy to get a very good grade in music. And the written work is not the main part of the grade. Number one is effort and participation. Late work policies in music, I pretty much am pretty open with students getting their work in at least before it's grading time. I don't see them as often as the homeroom teachers do. They're not seeing me every single day like math or language arts, things like that. So I am pretty loose when it comes to late work. It has to be turned in eventually. I'd like it in before report cards need to be put in the computer. If it is missing at that point, those points for that assignment will be deducted and that would affect their grade. But I'm very understanding of late work and try my best to understand the student situation regarding late work. So it really is rarely an issue.